Hello, Virgo. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. This is your reading for love, couples, for the month of March. For the month of March. This may or may not resonate with everybody. So this card fell on the table already. This may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, check out your Venus, your rising, and your moon. And if those don't resonate, then check me out another month, okay? So the card that came out for you is card number 43. And it's a huge ship with a couple, with a castle, with a big seashell, flowers and whatnot. And this is sailing the sea. There's also a moon in the background, almost like a full moon, but you know, it's hard to tell. But you can see there's a moon there. And it says, love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Okay, so this is the card. And looks like there may be some challenges with your loving situation, Virgo, for the month of March. But true love will withstand anything, and it's card number 43. And if we do the numerology on that, that's 7. So maybe you're born on the 7th of March. Maybe this will pertain to you, but we'll see, okay? All right, so we'll dive into the tarot. So for Virgo, 7 of March, 7 of September, sorry about that. I'm just thinking March, we're doing March readings, but then I'm looking at the date and the month, but it's for you, it would be September, 7th of September. All right, so Virgo, here we go. For Virgo couples in love. For Virgo couples in love. For Virgo couples in love. 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 Okay, here we go. Virgo couples in love. The situation between the two of you right now is one of 7 of Wands. Okay, the communication is heartbreaking. The 3 of Swords. The strength is the World card. Okay, the weakness is the 8 of Pentacles. The reality is the 7 of Cups. The passion is the 5 of Swords. And the key to the future is the High Priestess. Okay. All right. Right from the get-go, I can say there's challenges in this relationship, Virgo. Right now, you're both on the defensive, or at least one of you is, and passionately so on the defensive, truly believing that they're right. And I believe that both of you are in this energy at the moment, okay? The communication is heartbreaking. Nasty things are said to one another, hurtful things. Not much more to say there. The strength, though, is you're able to put an end to something and start something new. So together you could work on this and put an end to this frustrations or this impasse that you're having and build anew. Okay? You could close that old cycle that you have, old habits, old patterns of exchanging between one another or acting, between one another and start something new. And that's exactly what this card says. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Okay? And love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So kind of looks like it's on the same path here. The weakness, though, is I think one of you is working too much. You're totally overworked. You are or they are. And I would suspect it's you, because this card is associated with someone born with the Virgo sign. And Virgos are extremely hard workers. They're perfectionists as well. And this card represents someone who is a perfectionist, mastering their skill, but to the perfection. And it's probably you, Virgo, that's way overworking. the reality is that there's confusion, deception, maybe your partner is also keeping their options open at this time, looking at other options. All right, because of this dissatisfaction between the two of you. And the passion is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is about winning at all costs. It's about not fighting fair and leaving someone behind that feels really let down. So it tells me that the passion, I mean, if we're thinking of passion in terms of physical passion, that one person out of the couple gets their thrills, but the other one doesn't, okay? And I suspect that the person that's getting their thrills is you. That's what I'm feeling. And the other person is not. And maybe the passion is dwindling significantly because of that, or because of the fact that it's so rare that there is passion between the two of you, that it's one-sided, and it's not equal. All right. Now, the key to the future is being intuitive, using your intuition, being grounded. You're an earth sign, so you should be grounded, and so should they. They should be grounded. And maybe really going deep down inside and feeling with your gut what needs to be happening. If this relationship is to survive, which the strength is that it could very well be able to do so. A lot of forgiveness is needed, but intuitively we all know what's right or wrong, right? Black or white with the two columns. Black or white, we know what's right or wrong. I'll leave it at that for now, but I'm going to take one more card to clarify the High Priestess. Give me another card for the High Priestess for the key to the future. I don't want all of those, just one card. One card for Virgo. For the High Priestess. Okay, here it is. Okay, so it's basically, I think the two of you need to take a break. It's the Four of Swords, and there's a bunch of butterflies there as well on this image. And people are coming over and paying their respects to the knight that's lying on the coffin. So I think some moment of rest is needed for both of you in order to be able to get this inner guidance using your intuition. And because of the butterflies, some transformation needs to occur. And I'm going to pick a butterfly card to understand what that transformation should be. What's the transformation? Oops, right there. Family changes. So I think maybe one of you being the hard worker or the one that's working a lot, taking you away from maybe your family responsibilities. There has to be some family change in order to rebalance things out between the two of you. And if we look at this card, I was going to say, like, on the ship, there's everything and everyone. It's like you're all traveling together. So maybe perhaps there has to be some, if the changes are not necessarily with the immediate family, I'm talking about if you have in-laws or parents living with you, having them move out kind of thing. If it's not the situation, or if, your kids are, if you have kids, if your kids are also always inner space. I think you need to create different spaces, like private spaces for all of yous. Like you all should have a room kind of thing, like an area in the house that is a private place for everybody, like each individual, if possible, right? And that would be ideal, is that everyone can go resource themselves, okay, in their private sectors. And if the two of you as a couple need to also spend quality time alone, you need to do this in this private room that you have selected for either one of yourselves. I mean, that would be your bedroom most of the time, right? But, you know, there's a man cave, there's a woman cave in a house usually. And the kids also have some place to hang out, right? But if you have parents living with you, it becomes a little bit more challenging. You may need to also dedicate some space to them so that they go to their rooms, their space, and you have your own. That's kind of what I'm getting, Virgo, for you. Let me pick some cards from the Lovers Oracle, or not sure if that's what they're called, but anyways, they're Lovers cards. For Virgo, for the month of March. Virgo, month of March, for couples in love. Virgo, month of March. Okay, here we go. I don't believe I've ever had this card. This is a beautiful card of a couple. They look like they're dancing together. There's a lot of blue and purple on this card, which feels very healing, very soothing in color. And it says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Interesting. Wait. So maybe wait, because you shouldn't be taking a decision right just yet. Maybe, yeah, and we have the card here where there's rest that needs to be taken. So maybe just let the dust settle before, taking action on some drastic changes. Now, I can't shuffle these because they're all like, okay, I don't want all of those, but I'll take the ones that fell on the table. Okay, here we go. All right, so you have two cards. You have the card of healing, and this card here is called Card of Surrender. So I'll read this one first. It says, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Well, that goes hand in hand with the World card. So putting an end or close to something, old patterns, in order to build on something new. And this one is the healing card. I've already shown this, I think. Yeah. So healing, it says, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So I think some, it says to wait first. You need to let the dust settle. You need to surrender to the old ways so that you can start something new, and some healing needs to take place as well. Kind of fits in with all of these cards. So here we go with the potential outcome should you follow the advice for Virgo for the month of March for couples. Okay, we have the Death card. So this card is about change as well, transformation. And I have the Four of Pentacle guy on here, which meaning holding on. And that's how I read this card. I read this card as keep holding on. Yes, change is happening. It's going to happen. It's imminent. But keep holding on, okay? Although it looks like it's his head that's going to be, taken off with his scythe. I don't see it this way. I just see that he's passing by. He's looking at you, but you're so strongly holding on to those pentacles that I don't believe that you're going to be chopped off. Okay, so I really think that it's just a question of waiting. Let time go by. Make sure that there's some rest taken. Use your intuition. You know intuitively that this is needed. I know the work is there. It has to be there, but maybe don't have to be a perfectionist about everything that you're going to be doing. And allow for some healing. Love will endure. If it's true love, it will endure. All right, my dear Virgo. So you enjoy your month of March. If this resonated, give it a thumbs up. And we'll talk to you next month. Take care.